Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is another video on how to improve your lap time. This time around we are at the Red Bull Ring in the Group 3 cars, which is currently daily race B. But before we get into it, I would just like to say a massive thank you to everyone that has subscribed so far. We are on the road to 100 subscribers. I think at the time of this recording we are at 81. So if you are one of those 81, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you're not one of those 81, if you would consider subscribing so we can get to 100, that would just be phenomenal. But less of the chit chat, let's dive straight into the lap guide. Okay then, so as we get the hot lap underway, it's really important to nail these last two corners, as they are probably some of the most crucial in the lap, as they are so fast. If you get those wrong and you don't set yourself up for a good run down this back straight, you're at a disadvantage straight away. So as we come into turn one, we're going to come up to the 100 meter board. There'll be a double set of cones, so anywhere between the 100 board and the double set of cones, break in between there. The 100 is the latest you want to go, and as we approach the single cone, we're then going to start aiming towards that apex. Now I slightly miss it, which does slow me down ever so slightly. You ideally want to clip the curbs on the inside, and then you don't want to go over that yellow little sausage curb. You go over that and you will grab yourself a half-second penalty. And as we power all the way down the straight, in the Aston, we're shifting just as it reaches maximum, and then just before that 100 meter board is where you ideally want to brake. Now again, I got this slightly wrong, so this is the perfect space to brake. I brake way too late and I have to really bounce it off the rev limiter. You want to get it into first, and ideally shift now just as you clip the apex. But again, I shifted a little bit too late. I shifted just as I got on the power and it made the car bog down, and I didn't get the best drive. If you shift while you're mid-apex in neutral, you'll then get a good drive out of the corner and will set yourself up for a good run down here. Now, just after the cones is where you ideally want to brake, so quite a way bit back from the 100 meter board. And we're going to drop it into third, and as we want to start rotating the car, we're going to drop it into second, clip the apex on the inside. And again, I made another silly little mistake here. So what you want to do is you want to aim for them curbs out there. Now I aim for the curbs, but then what I do is I bring it into the middle of the track. But what you want to do is keep it out wide and use as much of them rumble strips as possible. And you really want to get back on the track just as them rumble strips end, to sort of reduce the resistance of the car. Now just here is the 50 meter board. You want to brake just on that white line or just before it. Any later than that and you will run deep. And then into third, really stay nice and tight to that inside curb. Keep your two wheels on it and then power out towards that outside curb, and you can pretty much go four wheels on this curb and you won't get a penalty. Now as the shorter track meets the main track, we're going to brake between the starting point and that single cone, and we're going to come into third, and you're really not going to need a lot of braking for this one. You just got to make sure that you get that timing right, and the car will go through that apex absolutely like a dream. And then you're going to power all the way out, coming up to the crucial last two turns. Now track limits here are very, very strict. So as we come up to the two dudes standing here on the left behind the cage, look for that and brake just before that. Down to fourth, down to third, clip that inside apex, get your wheels on that, and then you can really power out. Have trust in the car will stay there, it won't run wide. And just as that the red markers on the left ends, we're going to start braking, and we're going to aim for that inside curb, and we're going to clip the yellow sausage curb, and then we're going to power out. And track limits here are extremely tight, so do not run wide, otherwise you will grab yourself a half-a-second penalty. And that there will get you a time of a 128.746. And I do hope that this lap guide helps. I hope that I slowed it down enough, and that it was all very clear for yourself. If you do have any questions, any comments, drop them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you with an answer. But yeah, here's the replay in real time. Hope you enjoy. Thanks.